IBM. If they passed, they would get priority placement for hiring by IBM. Palmisano agreed, and with lots of work by the teams at my department, City University, and IBM, P-Tech opened in September 2011, as my department simultaneously began the process of closing the old Robeson School. Most remarkable is the resistance we encountered when shuttering Robeson. Despite the school's wretched performance, the students, community, and teachers union rallied behind it, angrily protesting the closure as they had in so many similar instances around the city. The students are too proud to acknowledge their school's failure. The community clings to its memories, and the teachers worry about their jobs. This is why school reform is so tough in America. The status quo, even when irreparably broken, has many defenders who will fiercely resist change. In his speech, President Obama made clear that P-Tech's success story could not be repeated without a major overhaul of public education. "We need to give every American student opportunities like this," Obama noted, stating the obvious. What is not obvious to many is this: to succeed, public education needs radical rethinking. That is why I wrote this book. I was a career lawyer, fresh from the Clinton administration, with little background in education before these matters became my life's work. In August 2002, I was selected as New York City's schools chancellor. Michael Bloomberg had become the city's 108th mayor on January 1st of that year. One of his first acts was to persuade the state legislature in Albany to give him operational control over the schools, then run by 32 separately elected community school boards. My appointment as head of the newly created Department of Education surprised many. But Bloomberg wanted innovation, a leader who could bring fresh ideas from other walks of life into the discussion. He and I worked together for almost 8.5 years, profoundly changing the face of public education in the city. At virtually every turn, we encountered strong resistance by the politicians, unions, bureaucrats, and other entrenched opponents of reform. Why did we do it? America is at a crossroads. Economic inequality is tearing at the fabric of our society as the gap between rich and poor becomes a chasm. Social mobility stalls, and for the first time, a majority of Americans grow more and more pessimistic about their future and their children's ability to make their way successfully in the world. Many things need to be done to address these issues, but none is more important than improving public education. Our problems have now become our crisis. First, despite decades of trying to improve our schools, and more than doubling the financial outlay earmarked for them, only slightly more than a third of U.S. students are being well educated. For kids growing up in poverty and for Black and Latino children, the number is less than half that. Notably, today's high school graduates perform no better than students who graduated 40 years ago. When compared with students in other industrialized countries, ours are in the middle levels in reading and science, and near the bottom rung in math. Today's global high-tech economy, and the job market it has spawned, demand much more of most American workers. Consequently, even given the high incidence of unemployment, many positions remain unfilled because applicants lack the requisite skills. The perplexing question is, why is it so hard to improve our schools? Ardent defenders of the status quo say the schools are doing as well as they can, and the real problem is the kids, many of whom come from poor and challenged backgrounds. The realities of students' lives, argue these people, limit their capacity to become educated and successfully navigate the job market. This argument is easily proven wrong. Any observer can see that it's not just poor kids who are being left behind. Compared with kids in countries that do a good job in education, our middle-class and wealthy students are underperforming as well. As for the more economically and socially challenged kids, of course family circumstances matter. But the best research and much first-hand experience show that children with similar economic and social challenges often fare quite differently in school, usually owing to the quality of the schools they attend and the teachers they encounter.